Were you still working at the house?
Different house, but same thing.
Were you robbing it?
Alli, you can't say that.
Not because he's Mexican. I was just
Wow, I didn't even say that, but now that you pointed that out, that's what you say behind closed doors.
Duh. You don't?
Now we can be racist to Italians.
I hate Italians.
Gotta go, dude.
Anyway, welcome back to the podcast, where we are now at, like, the lowest level of Mr. Beast. So, I don't know if you know the story on this. Are you caught up on our episodes? So, Verizon sent me a little pamphlet and was like, switch to Verizon Internet, and you'll get an Xbox in 3 months. I was like, oh, that kind of sounds nice. So I signed up for it. I got the Xbox, and I realized I don't play Xbox. And it doesn't even have a DVD player in it.
Oh, wait.
So what's the point? So we're giving it away.
What am I gonna do? Play games on this?
The fuck am I gonna do on here?
Isn't it just called a disc drive? Isn't a DVD player an actual DVD player? It doesn't have a VCR.
I can't play my VHS tapes on this.
My cassettes don't fit.
My Baby Einstein tapes don't play on
My
here.
8-track goes nowhere.
My 8-track recording of 8 Mile doesn't play on this.
Just jam it into the Xbox.
Anyway, so we have an Xbox, and if you subscribe to an annual membership, sometime in the next few weeks...
Did you tell them that?
I did, but people still questioned that.
Yeah.
So let me make it very clear. Yeah, so sign up for an annual membership, which if you do that, it's like 10% off every month. So it's a little cheaper. And and then you'll get the Xbox if we put you in the draw and we pick you. We can't even do a draw right. I can't explain it right. I listened to that last episode and I was like, man, we really didn't go into it a whole lot. It was like 40 minutes in, we were like, oh.
Every 20 minutes, Xbox! And then you just move on to talking about cum.
Yeah, and everyone was like, what about the Xbox?
It's like you never actually get it. The trick is you're never actually giving it to anyone. There's not even an Xbox in there. It's just an empty box.
Oh, our
the
winner is...
promotion goes on for 4 years.
It's an Xbox box.
It's an Xbox.
It's an Xbox box.
And our winner is Laniel D. Wow. Nice job. What a guy. I'm so glad he paid for it.
We'll send this to you in St. Louis.
Man, he lives in my town. That's crazy. I'm actually just insane. Like, you guys think I'm joking.
You're schizophrenic.
It's just another one of my personalities.
He sends it to his own address. Look at this.
Like Yzma and Emperor's New Groove. I'm just going to mail that box to myself and save postage. Sorry, new Emperor's Groove reference.
New Emperor's New Groove.
Something.
New Emperor's Groove.
White
thank God.
here. Yeah.
What David Spade?
Peru moment over here. David Spade is in it. Okay, so we always start...
Did you Google it?
No!
I saw his screen go on like you quickly Googled this David Spade.
No, I'm just closing out. I'm closing out of all the porn.
Okay.
Yeah. So we start our episode by reading a few like new reviews, self-promoting while you're on here. We've just been talking Xbox and reviews. You're like, where do I come in?
I have nothing to promote. I am just here.
So you're like Juliana.
I merely exist. I'm barely that.
That's so mean.
Yeah. I'm kidding.
Wait a minute.
She's going to see my text in another 2 weeks and be like, oh, you guys still recording 3 weeks ago?
Who is?
If she's still alive by then, honestly. So review from JD&D That sounds dumb.
What if that's his name?
I'm just, not only am I racist now, I just can't pronounce anything.
Those people who say...
JD's at home crying.
I'm sorry.
What the heck, dude?
He's crying in his room. His mom peeks around the corner.
I hate
Hey
you,
man,
Mom.
in our culture, we don't use vowels,
I
dude.
hate you, Mom.
So the review says, very funny, silly, tee-hee, funny, yes, fun podcast, fun time, yeah. That's the title. That's just the title. This is just perhaps the silliest podcast. I laughed watching this, but now they can hear me. Oh, I'm under the bed and I can smell them. It smells like sorrow and decay. I fear that they can see the curtains shifting where I stand. I fear they can hear my breathing. My parents are gone. They took them. I hate this. This is the way our fans, I feel like, are. I'm sorry, Alli. I don't have much more time. The loud haha woman just screeched laughed. I can hear the footsteps. The Mexican man made a sexist joke once again. They're faster. The big forehead funny man made us silly again. They found me. 10 out of 10 podcast, though. Keep up the good work.
I know these are on brand, but do you ever worry that, like, you should actually
censor them?
Perform a welfare check? No.
Oh.
Send somebody.
So you're saying, are we worried about them?
Yeah, like, mentally.
And I cut you off to say that, no, I'm worried about us. I'm like, no, we can cut this out of here completely.
My ass is covered. I'm good.
We're reading a review and it's like, I'm gonna kill myself after this goodbye world. I'm like, ugh, can we cut this?
cut that.
For us, I don't want to get in trouble or anything.
Just take out that last sentence, please.
Apple, can you delete this review, actually?
Can you actually edit it?
This would look really bad on our campaign. Make it sound like he's really happy. I would appreciate that.
I'm glad I'm known as the Mexican now, by the way.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I feel like that's my third of the audience.
America's reverted back to just referring to Mexicans as Mexican.
Amen.
The next one says, best thing ever to happen. I am autistic now, which is also the same way that Alli greeted me tonight when she came over here.
That's because people tell me I am.
So the review says, I have enjoyed this podcast so much. I laughed in public that people think I'm insane and autistic, and my parents are now signing me up for a therapist. Yeah, I like this podcast. It's the same as so many. Are we spreading it? Spreading what?
Is it contagious?
Autism?
Oh, probably. Okay, couple of the Spotify reviews. You still there, Nick?
Yeah, I'm here.
He hung up like 5 minutes ago. He's like, man, I'm just going to let them go.
Not here anymore.
I should have said this before, but I think we gained 4 or 5 new patrons since we announced the Xbox thing. So it's not like we got 20 people. You still have a good chance at actually getting this thing if you sign up. So sign the fuck up, please.
Please. I beg.
You're hyperventilating.
Hyperventilating, just passes out in my room. Please. I think, then the review from CJ that says, I think as a wizard myself, I would just do drugs and become more wizard with my swagging money gang. That feels like it's from your third of the audience, Nick.
Oh, I thought you were going to call me an addict again there.
What does that have to do? I guess drugs, yeah. What is a drug comment?
What does drugs have to do with addicts? Huh?
You guys are addicted to drugs?
I just thought you really liked needles, dude.
This whole time I've just been addicted to peas.
And the Bible.
Addictions are bad?
Religious trauma?
I just love praying.
Congratulations on 50, the next one says, from Shrimp Gaming.
Are you 50?
Our 50th episode was last time. Oh, Angie commented. She said, cackling in my car because Daniel was like, you know Angie? Super wholesome. And I was like, aw. And then Lively made a sponge and Pringles can joke, and it wasn't even me who made that original comment.
She said it was her, yeah.
So just spreading more misinformation.
I know Angie.
Do you?
No.
Just wants to fit in.
All right.
Yeah, did we go way back?
Remember that time when Angie had...
Doesn't she have a list?
Yeah. Infected minds to their deaf pillows in the dead of night. I'm going to stop reading now. Discharge their secrets, it says. You guys are the infected minds. We are the deaf pillows. Okay.
Mom?
All right.
Oh, you would get this one because you like house. Are you being intentionally dense is the next comment. House reference. I know Daniel will get it.
I don't remember House saying this.
Minecraft villager noise?
Yeah, no.
Great. Aww. Whenever someone's like, Doctor, I'm dying. Aww.
His cane makes like the noise that a pickaxe makes when he walks.
The next one says, Epstein didn't kill himself.
That's correct.
Cool.
Yeah, we've talked about that a lot. I'm so stupid. I about read this review that says, this is Daniel. Xbox is $300 retail. Sub to any tier of Patreon for 1, 2, 4, 8 entries. And I was like, wow, that sounds a lot like something I would say.
Oh, that's you.
By Daniel from user Pequeno Pod. Those are the reviews, everybody. We're done now.
Yay.
Anyway, yeah, this is Alli.
Yeah, I feel like we never even like introduced.
No.
Hi.
Hello.
Alli.
As long as
Yeah,
I
that's
use
the girl
this,
that called me the Mexican.
No, he said it first.
She's like, I just repeated it and laughed and pointed. That's different. No, it's the... But yeah, how did we know each other? School?
Yeah, you were my teacher.
Yeah, that makes it sound like something bad happened. I took advantage of my students.
Hold on.
So when I was an undergraduate,
I don't remember any of this.
it was such a weird thing now that I think back on it, because when I was an undergraduate, in the same classes, they were like, hey, do you want to teach that class to people that are also undergraduates? And I was like, don't we have teachers for that?
No.
And they said,
The
shut up,
answer
dude.
is no, we didn't.
Yeah, and so one of the classes that I taught with people that were literally my peers had Alli in it. And
I was an asshole.
she still is, but is, same thing.
I'd like to think I'm a little more of an asshole now than I was then.
This was the year that I was struggling probably the hardest with my health. So I was just coming in trying to pull...
Sickly.
My teacher reviews that semester where he was pretty good, but is he okay? Was one of them.
He keeps shaking.
And then I crumpled that one up and I threw it in the trash. I'm not okay.
I put your video, I stalked you and found a video of you and put it on the board.
Yeah, start over. So I would come to class to teach their class from a class I was in. And so I walked in as depressed as I normally am, and as I'm getting situated, I can hear my own voice. She stalked my name on Facebook, found my mother, found the video of me singing in a musical in high school, and then started playing that on the projector screen for the class as soon as I walked in.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's actually evil.
Well, so we had 3
That's
teachers.
not even publicly available. You had to dig deep, dude.
This is why I said you would like to meet her, because this seems like something you would
I'm
like.
not evil.
Yeah, there was another guy, and he I would never pick on him because he was super cool. He was from Ghana.
You're digging the hole deeper. I wouldn't pick on him because he's super cool.
No, I mean, because this guy.
No.
This guy was kind of cool, though.
He forgot our papers one day.
This guy didn't whine about his health all the fucking time. He wasn't a pussy.
He wasn't in musicals. His mom didn't even have him on Facebook. He was from Ghana. He was super cool. And he forgot our papers one day and just goes, I forgot your papers. Sprints out of the office and out of the door, just doesn't say a word. And 20 minutes later, he's back with our papers. He sprinted to his car a mile away, got in his car, drove to Collinsville, which is probably 20 minutes away, to his house, got these papers, drove all the way back and brought them to us. And we're like, dude, we would have been cool without him, but he went through all that work. I've never been so happy to do homework.
And I never saw him again after that.
No,
I hope he's okay.
And then we heard
just
3
kept running.
gunshots in the parking lot. Never heard from him again.
He was so nice, though. Yeah, he really was.
His name was Richmond, right? No? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I think Richmond was his name. I might be getting it confused, though, because he taught enrichment, and I really don't know if I'm getting that mixed up. Because they called it enrichment his day or whatever in the class. It was biocalculus. It was an awful class.
Ew.
Yeah, biocalculus, which is
Just
calculus
sounds like hell.
without one unit because bio people couldn't understand that unit. So they took that one out. Even though you don't need calculus to do bio.
Nope.
So it was pretty much a class full. But the reason I wanted that class, because they were like, why don't you teach the actual math course for the math people? I was like, nerds. I didn't want to talk to them.
Plus, weren't you in love with the other biocalc teacher?
Wait, which one?
May. No, you just told me that you remember she was
read your
super
journal.
hot or something.
She's currently reading. I'm like, what do
It
you
was
got
on
there?
his mom's
Nothing.
Facebook.
My son just loves his
My
teacher.
son just loves that enrichment leader. She's so hot.
But you were in love with my teacher, right?
No. Yeah, so her teacher was the only time that teacher taught that class. I met her once at the beginning of the year. She was like this old woman that couldn't quite get around, and she seemed kind of nice.
Say less.
Amen.
She did have a waddle.
I kept pulling her walker away just so she had to.
Just to see it.
Love to see her walk away.
Love to see her crawl away. Love to pull her walker away.
She really used those glutes when she pulled herself across the pavement.
Lord, she had that dumpy.
The caboose.
Yeah. So I
Sorry,
thought
Mom.
we're still on this. I do love train humor, but we've got topics to get to. But so all I knew of her was that she was like this random nice old woman. And then at some point I was talking to Alli, I think the class, and I was like, hey class, what do you think of Kathy? And Alli was like, oh, she's fucking nuts.
Clinically insane.
To the class.
Her review, I wrote an entire paper on her review.
Yeah. She worked harder on the review than she
Than the
ever
class.
did during the year.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. But I was the only one who got that. Didn't I send you that insane problem that I somehow got right?
No. I don't read your email. Sorry. Oh, no. Not on the podcast. Do it away from here so I can delete the comment.
Not in my
More
apartment.
You're going to get blood all over
That's
that.
so
My
messy.
posters.
Can't you just take a pill or something?
I don't run to her. I run to... No, Indiana Jones. But anyway, so I'm like, yeah, how was Kathy? And they're like, oh, she's terrible. And I was like, really? What about her? Because I love to talk shit about teachers while I'm teaching.
Because I love her.
I'm just crying.
What's wrong with her?
What's wrong with her?
Tell me more.
You want to tell this the stuff that she
Yeah,
did?
so she told us she like would yell at this one girl all the time, and the girl was a little bit annoying. She had super long nails and would like tap on her iPad all hour. So I wasn't super mad about it, but like about her telling her that she couldn't have it. But she was like, "Yeah, you can't have any devices, no laptops, no iPads, because I don't want you to be watching porn in my class." Because that's what we're all doing, is just sitting there. And she had a story, too. She said that in the biggest lecture hall in Dunham.
Yeah.
She said that one teacher got in trouble because the dean walked by and saw a kid watching porn in the back of her class. And we're like, so first of all, that whole story is bullshit. None of it made sense. And then she told us...
The dean's like, yeah, after 5 minutes of watching it, I realized it was porn.
After he didn't give me the video title, I reported him to the...
The dean was watching the porn in the back of the room.
He's like,
After
move
that
over, kid.
child wouldn't suck me off, I decided.
That feels like slander. I guess some student she had one time, and she only told us this story because, I don't know, there was no reason to tell us the story, actually. And she just said that there was a kid who said something like, damn, Kathy, you need to... I probably should not have said her name, but...
It's Kathy? Man.
Said, damn, Kathy.
There's only one Kathy teacher in the U.S.
world.
Her name was Damn Kathy.
So, you can continue. Yes.
Someone goes... And she, did a whole voice and everything. She was trying to make this kid out to be a thug. She's like, damn, Kathy, you need to get laid. And she goes... Well, I did last night, so... And we're like...
And then everyone clapped.
It was just her, actually.
Dude, there's no way that happened.
That's
There's
what
no
I
way.
said.
Picture
She
it
said this
happen.
in class. It was, oh my gosh. And it was...
She's
and they were-
actually delusional.
Yeah, I'll take
Yeah.
things that didn't happen for 900.
Oh, hey. She could have found another disgusting math teacher.
That's Reddit. It's a Reddit thing.
Oh. See, you guys can...
Did you get it? Are you on Reddit? Someone
You
will
look
always
like a Discord bot.
no matter what happens, someone will share a story, and there'll be someone who just comments, "I'll take things that didn't happen for 900, please," and some dumb meme with it. I read it. You didn't read it?
I delete comments. It's nothing gives me more joy than someone spending, because it's literally, I just took the time of them. I took their time away, you know?
Jim
People
Human.
write an entire paragraph about why I'm like a heathen for making fun of the arch. They spent clearly 10 minutes on this thing, and I deleted it before even
Gateway
reading it.
Arch?
Can you imagine? I just took your time away from you. I love that.
Gateway.
The Lewis and Clark Memorial
Oh, is it
Gateway
offensive
Arch.
if you don't put
The
the
Gateway
gateway
Arch.
arch?
Yeah.
Really?
And actually, we just need to start referring to the arch as they, them to piss everyone else off even more again.
Gateway Arch. Gate they.
The march.
Gay arch. Is that what you said?
I said Gateway Arch first.
Oh,
You just cut all the racist stuff out, right?
yeah.
You took out that Robert E. Lee photograph in the back.
That's so specific. Has someone ever
I
done
gotta take
that?
down my Jim Crow laws.
Oh.
Why'd you take that down, Daniel?
I gotta take down my 1942 poster of Dumbo that just has the crows in it because they're white people doing the crows. Great movie.
And they still won't take down the amendment, huh?
These libs.
I saw somebody post a picture on Facebook today, and like I'm from middle of nowhere, so I see some posts on Facebook.
Okay.
And
From her mom, mostly.
Super racist.
From my mom. Looking at my mom, I see some shit that Daniel's mom posts on Facebook. Like her son in a musical. What a fucking nerd.
It's usually
Jesus.
like someone from my
Virgin.
high school's uncle or something who added me on Facebook one time, and I'm just like, okay. But he
Except.
Gross! Add to
I find
friend.
me too.
Gross. Show me your balls.
That's why I accepted it.
Hello, I'm curious.
It's my uncle.
I wonder if he sent me.
Get away from my family, freak.
But it was a picture of a bunny, and he was like talking about like, oh, my bunnies are here, da da da, and then something about the bunnies being libtards, and I'm like, what does that have to do with the bunny?
Just eating grass outside.
I was reading it over and over and over, and I'm like, I don't understand what he was like. This bunny's so sweet. I'm so excited. It's such a good picture I've taken, but it is such a libtard, though.
The bunny.
The bunny.
For what? What did it do?
This
I don't
guy's just
know.
insane.
Probably being on his property without permission.
This bunny looks gay.
Somebody.
What?
They, them, bunny.
There's they, them, fuzzy,
That
furry.
bunny business.
Oh, I'm dead inside.
I'm killing myself.
I wasn't even the one that took a hit right before I got on, and I'm coughing. That was
I am
Kathy.
Currently waiting on some drug screen results. If you'd kindly.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is a good story too. Sorry, we're just doing story time. Nick.
I'm gonna put
So
this out there.
I started working in 2019, like for the same company. So I haven't, I guess, had to take a drug test in that long. So I just forgot those were a thing. And so I recommended her for a job at my company, and like 3 days after she like accepted, she was like, "Oh, do you guys do a drug test?" And I was like, "That's a good question. I don't
They
know."
also offered me the job 3 days after I interviewed, by the way.
Yeah, she did super good in the interview.
Actually, 2 days. 2 days after I interviewed.
Yeah, she did great. Everyone talked about her. Did they talk about me? No.
Nope.
Anyway, I don't cry about it. What were we talking about?
I was like, how
Anyway.
do you know her?
No, I asked a
They
friend.
do a 10-panel drug test.
10 panel. I didn't know there were 10 drugs.
They also fingerprinted me and... no.
Any
How do they do
drugs
a
in those
10
fingers?
panel one? Is that the hair
They
one?
microchipped my neck. Yeah, I think they looked at me and were like, oh, she's gonna need a 10
Why
panel.
did you
Wait, they
drop-
tested your hair?
What?
They tested your hair?
No, I was joking.
Oh, okay.
Like, I said they
Sorry.
chipped my neck. Like it was super
I
invasive.
didn't. Sorry.
They took out my kidney. I don't know what happened.
They said they're going to give it back in 2 to
They
3
were
business
speaking
weeks.
Russian. I woke up in a bathtub. It was really weird.
It was in a garage somewhere, I think.
I think I was in some other country for a day.
Anything
I
for
don't know.
this job.
I'm the one that's...
You mean they
I
didn't-
just adopted her into my drug ring.
You mean they didn't send you to Austria?
That's what everyone does their
Or
first
no,
week.
where is it? It's Saudi Arabia. People are getting they're getting sketchy veneers like put on. Like they're filing their teeth down and they're
Why do you
coming
have to go
back
to Saudi Arabia to do
because
that?
it's cheaper. I think I don't know
To
if it's Saudi
fly?
Arabia. I feel like it might be Saudi Arabia, but I also feel like I could have been like hearing another news story about Saudi Arabia the same day. I don't know.
Richmond. I don't know. Drugs somewhere
over
in the
there.
world.
Somewhere across the river, people are going because it's cheaper over there, and they're getting like infections and coming back. And
Over the
their teeth are
river could be
ruined.
in the States.
I meant over the ocean.
Okay.
The big river.
The big wet.
Did you go over Mississippi? It's like, dude, what?
It's a little
like that
further
giant
than
Far.
It was either Saudi Arabia or Georgia.
that. I didn't see an arch. I didn't know where it ended. But no, people are
But
going to other
Saudi
countries
Arabia-
because it's cheaper.
Saudi Arabia, dude, with the cost of a passport.
Because they're these shady dentists and doctors.
Yeah, $3. Like, what? No, then don't take it.
I'm so glad I spent $500,000
$20 a square.
to fly to Saudi Arabia.
to get my
And
$15 teeth.
You got a Lucy.
They just give them like an Invisalign that's someone else's. It doesn't even fit, and they're like, "Wow."
Like, come on.
I had Invisalign, and that shit was whack. They didn't
punch
tell
in the
you.
mouth.
Did you have Invisalign?
Yeah,
I did, yeah.
They didn't. Did they put those things on your
Yeah,
teeth?
the
and
glue
not
dots?
tell you about it beforehand? Oh, those
Wait, what?
assholes. Those little things on your teeth.
What things?
So did you have Invisalign, Nick?
Yeah.
So if it was bad enough, they basically. So the nice thing is you don't
You
have
have straight teeth.
you don't have braces on all the time. Oh,
Okay.
someone commented that they said you could all be in teeth commercials because your teeth are so good, and I was like,
This
interesting
is
question.
a teeth commercial. Teeth
Interesting.
commercial? We're advertising teeth
Teeth.
Buy some teeth
Smile.
in Saudi Arabia.
for the low price of $3 after you
Come
fly.
to Saudi Arabia.
Bring me a snack for $2 off.
I don't like a lot of salt.
But I do like teeth. Teeth?
Did you keep your
Did you
teeth
just
as a
eat
kid?
teeth?
Did you keep your teeth as a kid?
No, we put them under the.
You didn't have a jar of your baby teeth?
No.
That's the end of today's episode.
You still have said jar
It's-
of teeth
I brought it with me.
House. I carry it everywhere.
in your purse?
I'd put it on my pillow every night and just hope the tooth fairy comes back. But
You don't
just
suck
wanna
on them every
see
now
it.
and then as like a sucker?
I don't even want the money. I just love her.
When I
what
was
were we
little,
talking
I
about?
remember.
She's more reliable. Sorry.
Cut him off.
Sorry.
No,
sorry,
dude.
sorry,
No, you're good. You're good. I remember when I was little, I had doubts about the tooth fairy. So I remember I lost a tooth, and I was like, I'm going to test this theory. So my parents
I
saw
got my
that I lost
shotgun.
it. I just had a gun under my pillow. No, I remember I lost my tooth. I didn't lose it. It came out. And then my parents, they saw that I had it out, and I go, and they're like, "Oh, you're gonna give it to the tooth fairy?" And I go, "Yeah, I am."
No.
And I didn't. I
fucker.
put it in. I put it in a drawer. I put it in a drawer, and I was like, "Let's see if she still comes to my house and takes the tooth. Does it have to be under the pillow?"
Can she find
So-
it?
So I went
That
to
dumb
bed.
bitch.
She's spoiled by drawers.
Stupid.
Stupid fairy, old 300-year-old fairy can't open a fucking drawer.
So I remember I went to bed, and in the middle of the night, I was woken up by like my head doing like one of these because my mom couldn't find a tooth underneath my bed or underneath my pillow. And she's like
head
mad, she's
banging.
trying to find it, and my head's like this.
He's just moshing.
She's just slamming your head against the cabinet. Oh, the
She
edible
smothers
just
me with the
hit.
pillow.
Music.
The edible just hit.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
I brought him an edible.
You don't look
He
so
just
good,
goes to
man.
sleep.
You don't look so good, man.
I don't have a skeleton. That'd be
You
funny.
have that so readily available.
It's Nick.
Is that a body? Like, is that
That was full size.
life size?
She's colorblind, so sometimes she don't see too well.
No.
Well, I can. He was
Yeah,
so
let me
much
get my
bigger in front of
full-size.
the camera.
That's what happens when you hold it closer to the camera.
I'm
He's small.
colorblind. I wouldn't know.
Allie this whole time has been thinking people just grow and shrink.
I have no. What's the word when you don't know after something disappears?
Autism? Oh, sorry. Huh?
Oh, object permanence.
Oh, like babies have?
Yeah, like if something disappears, I assume it's gone. Like if you peekaboo.
You would love magic shows.
That's
Have
why
you
babies
seen
love
magic?
peekaboo. That's why babies love peekaboo
Dude,
because
dude, watch this. Oh!
My neighbors all moved, so I can do that now.
they're gone.
Yeah, no, actually though, they moved.
Where did they go?
I know they disappeared, and I'm object
They're not in
permanence.
their house anymore, and I don't know what happened.
The car was there. It drove into a thing. The thing came down. I don't know where the car went. It's gone. Dude, that's a garage.
What were we talking
neighbors
about?
as a kid. Because we're talking about neighbors moving.
Oh,
That's all.
I wasn't judging the transition. I was just asking.
I
what
wasn't
happened.
transitioning.
I
I was
was.
just thinking about it.
Okay, well now you have to trauma dump. Go ahead.
here we go.
We had a neighbor that told us that, asked us if she could come over and kill our dog because it was barking. And the same one, her husband said that so we had landscaping rocks that were like well into our yard. And he said, if my truck backs into those when I'm backing out, I'm going to burn your house down. But like, he would have to drive considerably into our yard to back into them. So it's like, if you drive into my yard, I'll burn your house down.
If I'm drinking and driving and I hit those pesky bricks, I'm gonna get really angry.
If I run over your kid while I'm drunk, I'm going to fucking kill you.
I'm gonna yell.
But she asked the dog
gonna
thing
be
right
loud.
in front of me, and I was little, and it was just like
How
old lady
old were
coming
you?
over.
She asked it next to you?
Yeah, I was like 5, and she came over
asked
to my mom, and
Good thing she didn't ask you.
well, she
'cause
made
you
me
would've
go
said
get
yes.
my mom. I was outside.
Okay.
I think my mom like literally just got out of the shower.
Get
or
your
something,
mom
and
so I can
was
ask
like,
to kill
hey.
your dog.
Well, no, she said, "Can you get your mom out here?" And I came over and got her out, and she was like, "Can I come over and kill your dog?" Like just like it was the most normal thing in the world to just request. At least she asked, I guess.
How did your mom reply?
She said, "Yeah, sure."
Did she actually?
No.
Oh.
Like, I'll help you. I'll dig the hole.
I don't know.
That's why I had nightmares as a kid. Anyway, great story.
His name was.
I didn't like those neighbors after they slaughtered my own dog.
Well, it was funny because we had
Like you said, my own dog. Like, I wouldn't be mad if it was just some dog.
Well, because it's not mine.
kill the neighbor's dog. I don't care. Kill their dog. Go ask them. If they say no, come back and we'll talk.
This is kind of an inconvenience right now.
This is a bad time. I don't know.
We're just about to have dinner.
That would really ruin my husband's appetite.
Sing the family dog dead on the family room floor.
Can we kill it tomorrow?
Could you come back later?
We can schedule something.
Seeing dog blood seep into that carpet would be a bad way for Don to come home.
That's really unfortunate.
The dog is dead now.
The kids loved that. Okay, well.
If I had the dog when I was 5, do you really think the dog was still around? Yes, I'm 14. Please help.
It just speaks
Wait a
the
minute.
word. It speaks the word wolf like Stephen Hawking.
Woof.
Please, somebody pull the plug.
He has a computer.
The dog has the computer.
He goes around
Yeah,
in a
the weed
wheelchair.
head all right. The weed head all right. I'm like a dog on a computer. That's fucking hysterical.
His little paw. If it was a cat, it'd be chasing the mouse.
Oh, that's good. Now I'm depressed.
Okay.
Now the edibles gone.
Dadgummit, my indigestion really wastes those edibles very quickly.
Maybe dog death wasn't exactly the best topic.
He was put to sleep. It was
I laughed
peaceful.
too hard at that. Yeah.
It was years ago, and on the way home, my dad took the dog while we went to a birthday party, and he didn't know he was going to be putting the dog down, but we said goodbye to it just in case because it was like it was close. And on the way home from the birthday party, after they told us that they put the dog down, Fergie's "Big Girls Don't Cry" started playing on the radio. I was like 8, and I just started crying. Big girls do cry.
I'm not a big girl.
Like, what a horrible song to come on after your dog dies.
Yeah, I would have rather Animal, honestly. That would have been great.
That Sarah McLachlan song.
Oh,
Oh, I was thinking like,
is that another Animal song?
I feel like there's an old that was stuck in my head, but as soon as you started singing that one, it went out the window.
What song are you singing? What?
Isn't there
What
one
song
by
is
Motley
that?
Crue?
Here we go again. Isn't
that Neon Trees? Neon Trees?
I don't know. I love that song.
Okay, but doesn't Motley Crue have one called Animal too?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, that's the one I was thinking of then.
Yeah, what you reference is like an Old Navy store commercial.
Me?
Here we go again! I was not thinking of that.
Like,
Motley Crue was just an Old Navy commercial?
No, not Motley Crue, the one you're singing.
I
You meant
know.
like old, like Navy, like veteran, like story.
Here we go again!
Back in the old days, yeah, listen to Motley Crue.
Here we go again.
No, Motley
We're all
Crue.
having flashbacks.
Here we go again.
It's Vietnam.
The radio comes on, they're like, oh my god!
Here we go again.
They start sweating. Grandpa, why are you so sweaty?
He just takes his hands off the wheel and he's staring.
I should try that with the one grandpa that's still alive.
The mustard gas that's coming through the vents.
He's an asshole, though, so I can do that to him.
We had a guy at one of my...
Grandpa, the war is back.
We had a teacher that had PTSD at one of my schools, and kids used to drop textbooks on the floor. Super loud.
Say again.
We had a teacher with PTSD.
I'm sorry, your eyes blinked at different times. Are you okay?
Are you okay?
She was like,
Seizure.
Your blinks were delayed.
your skin looks edible. What are we?
Still have eyes.
Where are your eyes? Where are your eyes? Pick
Where
them
did
up,
everyone's
pick them up.
eyeballs
I
go?
think he took acid.
She's like, oh, I gave him the acid gummies.
I am
Damn
a
it.
glass of
Nightmare.
orange juice.
I had my first nightmare in like 20 years yesterday. I'm sorry, we're all
Your
over the place.
first nightmare? No, I had a teacher who had PTSD. Kids
Yeah.
used to drop textbooks like to sound like bullets, and he used to hide under the desk. That was all.
And then he would hide under the desk?
Yeah, because he had PTSD.
That's
We had a teacher
hilarious.
that
Kids are-
announced that they
kids are
could
mean.
die, like, out of nowhere.
Wait, whoa,
And we had
what?
to be very careful with them. This teacher, I don't know what illness he had, but he's like, if I start
It's
slurring my
depression.
speech, or if I collapse, please call, like, another teacher. And we're like, dude, that's
He
a lot
had
of pressure for,
depression.
like,
He was gonna kill himself.
That was me.
if I pull out my gun.
Someone don't stop me.
I have a condition that makes my hand shoot out with a gun in it.
If I pull out the
Goes
gun,
right to the temple. I don't know what to
If
do.
I aim it towards you or my head. Please call another teacher.
if I pull out the gun and before I fire,
wait
I
till
pass
after.
out. If I pass out before I fire, call somebody, wake me up, so then I can shoot myself. Then call somebody else. Yeah.
I want to do it.
I've laminated those instructions, and I'm going to put them up here.
To give it to
That
you, like,
way,
plain
so you can
directions,
wipe the
it's
blood
over
off
there.
of it, and it's going to be really easy. Sorry. Take a scooch over a little bit. We're somehow scooching her out of frame. She's
I'm
back.
actually leaving.
Yeah. I just don't. I'm talking to her, and she's gone.
Who are you talking to?
Alli is hilarious, and you're like, I really got to get over there and make Daniel go to a doctor.
I need you to throw the edible up, please. What if I've never been here the whole time? And he's just entertaining you?
He just, like, looks.
I
and
wouldn't be
giggles.
surprised.
What if you look at the screen and all of a sudden I'm in his room?
Nick knows this. Every like 3 months, I'll just text him and be like, "Hey, if you guys were pretending this whole time, you can just stop talking to me. It's okay." And he has to
Yeah,
be
I
like,
do get
Daniel.
those texts. And
Yeah.
I tell you, nope.
Yeah, and then Alli and I both do that to each other because we're both me and I am her. So we have
Like,
these.
hey, I'm sorry for texting you. I just always say, I will ask something and say, it's okay if not, I can just kill myself. Because I feel like it gets the message across. Did you not tell him that I threatened to kill myself if we didn't start at 6?
Why would I? Oh yeah.
Well, you're a liar.
Yeah, but then I fucked up.
She wanted to do it
so-
early. She's like, "Can we do it early?" And I was like, "I can check." And she's
And
like,
then I just
"Oh,
drove straight home
home
after work. Had no idea what was going on.
I drove straight into a family, and I was like, "I'm gonna have to delay
I don't
at least
remember
an hour."
anything. I think I hit like 6 families.
That's like 30 people, dude.
How big are these families?
We're in the
These are
Midwest.
Catholic families. They've got like 8 kids each. Come on.
Just hit a bunch of minivans.
Do you know AC Christians? The ones that dress like I'm
Air
sorry.
conditioning Christians.
You know those Christians that like are cool during the service?
No, I know the heated ones.
Well, we all know about the heated ones, yeah. What
My
is
dad
AC?
was a Pentecostal when he was a kid.
But they,
Loser.
Well, I mean,
for
his
some
dad
reason,
made him go or
for some
whatever.
reason, every AC family had a van that was like for 12 people, and we would just be walking sometimes, like you would do, you walk, and then like 13 people would run out.
Sometimes we walked because you know how people do.
Sorry,
All wheelchairs just left the chat.
I should be high for every episode.
I was
Fuck yeah.
eating because sometimes you just have to eat.
So no, we'd be walking, and like 14 people would run out of the house and pile into this fucking van. We'd be like, "What?
And do
Huh?
what?
Leave!" They just drove away in that van. Who knows what they were doing? This whole time, I'm watching a child smuggling ring. I'm like, "Hey, that's weird."
I'm having trouble.
It's different kids every time.
These weird Christians have duct tape on the back of their hands. What the hell is that all about?
What was the structure to that story? Because I could not find a beginning, a middle, or an end.
To the one I was talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think
Sorry.
I got lost somewhere.
So did those kids. Anyway,
So okay, well,
Sorry,
you
this
brought
is-
up a van of kids and they drove off, and I think that was the story.
yeah, I don't know why I was talking about that though. That tied
Okay.
to something. What were we talking about before that?
So I remember when we had like the little wood shop over in high school, and there is a kid who was just very country. I'm gonna drop his name.
no.
I don't think it really matters anymore. But
Weehaw.
people used to call him Confederate Corey.
I knew a Confederate Corey!
Really?
Yes! He had a Confederate flag spray painted on the tailgate of his truck.
And his name was Corey.
And I took a part in it on accident. I didn't know. I had no idea.
What?
I
This is
spray
a
painted-
cool looking flag.
No, I painted it red. And then later, I saw it drive by, and I was like,
Man,
oh
this
my
Chinese,
god!
this
Oh.
Chinese flag. This
Oh
is.
my god!
I'm glad Corey asked me to help with this Chinese flag. Why do they call him Chinese Corey anyway?
Isn't that Japan's flag with the red dot?
Yeah, that's Japan.
No, that's got the white. In
China
the middle of
has
it.
the
China is
sickle.
China's all red. Yeah.
No.
China's is all red. You're
Russia
thinking
has
communism.
the sickle.
Wait, hold on.
We start having a history
China's
debate.
flag.
Wikipedia, the national
Yeah, the
flag
Chinese
Why can't I
flag.
hear
It's
that from
red.
here?
also known as the 5-star red flag.
Sure.
What's the? I almost said
remember.
what's the Confederate music? What's the communist music?
No, but you were telling a woodshop
Dum, dum, dum.
story.
Oh yeah, so Confederate Corey was getting picked on for whatever reason.
Aw, I wonder why. Was it
by
because he was a racist?
I don't know. He was picked
Kill
on by the popular kids,
just
and
mocked
we
me.
were all in an. I think you should stop doing drugs.
Sorry.
I did not do that. You're going insane, dude. Everyone's looking at you. Everyone's judging you.
That's no different than normal. I feel that way when I'm not high.
Confederate Corey. He was picked on by a bunch of
Good.
popular kids.
Good.
Who were also surprisingly racist.
Yes. So it didn't really make sense, but for whatever reason, because we had an engineering class that we all went to, but in the back of the class was the doorway to get to the wood shop. So that kid, Corey, he snuck off into the wood shop and he made a bat with a bunch of nails. His end goal was to beat up the kids that were bullying him. But the teacher heard, like, the saw going on and, like, hammering, and he's like, what's going on back there? And he called him out, and he's like, what the hell are you doing? He got so mad, because he has this full, like, bat with nails.
He, like, stopped Columbine.
What? Holy shit.
Confederate
That
Corey
would've been an
got in
actual
trouble.
issue.
And then the next day,
Yeah.
those popular kids shot up the school, so...
We used to
I
have
still
bomb
remember
threats when
that.
people didn't want to go to school.
That's wild. Wait, what? Huh? Huh?
Not my school, it was the other middle school.
Middle school?
Yeah, in middle school.
Grade
we were
school?
both-
Threats.
Yes. Yeah.
Jeez.
We have a bomb.
Hello, Mr. Principal.
I went to Edwardsville.
I bet you don't remember me.
We're advanced.
Remember we now.
They didn't care about me until I put the mask on.
I got a kid expelled when I was in middle school because he spit
It will
on me.
widow be so dirty in here once I blow this bomb in the fucking classroom.
Ignore her story.
Oh, I'm
Did you
sorry,
guys not
Dad.
have insane things happen at your middle school? I don't understand. Like, a kid got expelled for spitting on me. Another kid got expelled for pulling a knife on somebody. Like,
The same kid.
and
The
it was
spit
me.
in the
He pulled a knife
hand.
on me.
You
After
also
he
got
spit on
spit
me.
on. Yeah.
He spit on the knife. He was very clean, but very racist.
And then he stabbed me with it.
Yeah,
At least you cleaned the knife.
Thanks, dude.
I didn't even tell on him. He literally, I don't know why this kid spit on me. He just, like, walked by in the hallway and goes, like, and spit on me. And the band teacher walked by and was like, excuse me, young sir. That's
We hit
assault.
her.
We hit women.
It's supposed to be the other way
Open
around.
palm.
Ew.
Yeah, we used to have fights and everything in middle school. What was happening at your middle school?
We had a big scandal. Did I tell you about that, Daniel? I think so.
Know. Which one? Which scandal?
The big nudie scandal at our.
No, I
at
haven't
our
heard
high
this
school.
one. Wow, we get new Nick background.
We made the news. Yeah. It was a big problem. So we had a new exchange student come to our school, and I believe that was my freshman year of high school, and she was a sophomore, and she was dating one of the seniors, I believe, but for whatever reason, she sent some pictures to him, and that guy was just a complete idiot about it, and he shared it to everyone that he could. He was sending it to people left and right, and then one day when I was in gym, that same guy, he's like, hey look, and he's going down the line of the gym lockers, and he's showing everyone, and he gets to me, and he shows me a picture of this girl, and I recognized her because I had history with her, and I was like, oh,
You had
History with
history
her, or
with
you
her?
had
You
history
had
class?
history
I had the class history with
That
her.
was my joke.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry, we both said the same joke at the same time.
Yeah, no, it was mine though. I thought of it first.
Okay, well, yeah.
So I This is back when Facebook was like the main app at the time, so I messaged her on Facebook. No, so I messaged her on Facebook and I said like, hey, just a heads up, this guy's showing your nudes to everyone. And then she replied a few hours later and she's like, hey, I'm kind of aware of the situation, but thank you. If you see him doing it, can you just tell him to stop? And I was like, I'll try my best, but like.
And by the way, looking good.
Hubba. Zooey mama.
I just thought I'd let you know. They're like, but why did you wait
never have called
20
you.
minutes after you looked at them to call me and tell me? What were you doing?
Why'd you
in
wait
that
2
time?
minutes?
This is why it's good to
I
have
was
a
gonna
woman
give
on
you a
every
little
one
bit
of our
more than that.
episodes.
Sorry.
So I mean, like, I can't go up to the guy and be like, hey, knock it off! I'm just a freshman, he's a senior, right?
So you killed him?
I never saw him again, like, because we were in different gym levels. He was in a different gym class. Our gym was split up into 2 or 3 different classes.
Uh-huh.
So he wasn't in mine, but we had the same locker room. A few days later, over the intercom, the principal, he calls down, like, a bunch of students by name. They say, can you please come down to the principal's office? And I don't think anything of it. And then 5 minutes later, they call, like, another 5 kids. And then 5 minutes go by, and another 10 kids get called down.
Damn.
And as the day goes on, like, these classes are getting emptier and emptier and emptier. And then some kid came back.
They
and
never came back?
No, they were down there. So I didn't know what was going on at the time. And then one of my friends, he goes, hey, if you got that, like, nude, they're, like, taking people's phones and they're scanning to see if you have that picture. And if you did have it, they were keeping you downstairs.
And Nick
So now
was
all
out
these
of
kids.
that.
No, I didn't have it.
So
swear to God,
I
didn't.
immediately ate my phone.
So all these kids, all of a sudden, they started, like, deleting it and they're in a panic or whatever.
Wow.
And I guess, I don't even know if this is true, but I guess police...
That's a great
Man, have
method.
the-
That's wow. I didn't think a school would do that. Sorry.
Yeah, no, so they're calling down suspects. So if you said, like, just tell us who else has it, and if you told them, they'd bring those kids down unsuspectingly. And those kids wouldn't come back. Those kids wouldn't come back to say, like, hey, delete it, you know, so you're just going in blind, and then they're just like, hey, hand over your phone. There was a bunch of kids that went down. As the day went on, like, towards the end, my class was, like, bare. There was maybe, like, 7 people, and it's just, like, the girls. Like, there's no guys. Like, everyone's getting, like, called out left and right. And
Good.
Basically... Even if you deleted it, I
You
don't
were
know
the
if this is true or
one
not.
good man at your school.
Yeah, because I didn't have so many friends that were just like, hey, man.
Nick
So I was
got all the pussy after that.
No, but I remember, like, the police have a program where they could even see what you delete. Or I don't even know if that's true or not, but...
The police
That's
just wanted
cool.
to see it.
Oh,
yeah, well,
probably.
they just wanted to see that you had it. But basically, what happened is a few seniors had this picture, and because she's, you know, sophomore... They have it on the record now that they're actual, like, sex offenders in possession
Yeah,
of...
the one from my school has that too. The one that I
Good for them.
knew.
Yeah.
He
Well, not good
has
for them
it.
for doing that. Good for the cops for charging them with that. Sorry, gonna have to specify these things.
But they were... I remember, like, as the day went on, the classes just got emptier and emptier. It was crazy.
Wow.
But
My
so, like,
dare
when I got...
officer took pictures of naked women.
Naked
He was at-
But at least he
women
wasn't
or-
on drugs.
He was at a tanning salon putting his phone over the door, and it was like back in 2009.
Oh, so
it was
he's a
flip
creep.
phone.
Okay, cool.
And it was like a flip phone. Like, you're not going to see somebody's flip phone. Just pop it over here.
He worked at a tanning salon, but
No,
was also
he
a dare
just went
officer?
there. He was our dare officer. He just went there and started taking videos.
On
Dude,
wait,
cracked.
what?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
Excuse me, sir. I just got to check the tanning booths. He's just in the back doing
I can
this, and
find
everyone's
this.
like, "Oh, well, I don't need to see."
I have the pictures.
I have his
Videos.
website.
Stop. We're friends now. Huh?
So I
I was
remember when
there.
that whole thing happened, and my mom picked me up from school, and she's like, "How come like ABC, NBC, CNN? How come they're all here?" And I was like,
At your house or in the town?
"Yeah, they're at my house, Daniel." No, that's the
Well,
school.
I was wondering, Nick. I'm sorry.
Why are they all at my
Oh.
house?
It's an ad.
To interview the one good guy that exists.
Just that paragraph's all you need.
Why don't you get bitches?
And that's why so many people from my dare class just OD'd. That year.
Allie.
Okay.
Grade. I'm just kidding. It was 5th grade.
No, the only thing that our town did, which my sister just told me this, so now I know the one thing that our town did. I'm trying to not say the name of our town. Apparently, when my sister was in high school, they went to the Peoria Zoo, which had just like reopened. I don't remember if you remember when that happened. But
I have never been to the Peoria Zoo.
sorry.
I have my own zoo here in St. Louis.
So
For free.
Shut up.
So I've never
Shut up.
felt the need to just
They
cruise on up to
they
Peoria.
reopened the zoo, right?
And they let all the animals out.
and they killed all
the children. That was the day that the kids had their field trip.
And my sister
Great
survived.
zoo massacre.
Yeah. My sister grabbed one of the bulky kids and held him in front of her. He got the brunt of the attack.
Is that what you said?
Yeah. Anyway, back to the actual story. So she said when she was...
Imagine being a kid and just someone says, bulky, and leaves.
I wish. Yeah, that is not what people say when they pointed and laughed at me. I'll tell you what. So our town, our middle school, went to the zoo as it opened, and their big attraction was the pelican. And little Johnny picked up a stone.
That was the big attraction.
They had mice.
They have 5 animals.
There's a domestic cat, a dog,
You wouldn't believe.
A dog,
a raccoon.
ants. They have an ant farm on a shelf.
Sometimes, if we're lucky, a snake comes through.
You wouldn't believe the deer.
One time, a lion escaped from the Detroit Zoo and came down.
Anyway.
Crazy shit.
So the pelican...
Killed 7 people on the way, but you know.
Shut the fuck. So, I'm just kidding. So the pelican was... I'm sorry.
Are you confident
was
that was the
kidding.
main attraction?
No, but it was funny to say. It makes the story seem more dramatic.
I wholeheartedly believe.
No, I'm pretty sure it was because they had a whole thing. I think it was in a specific exhibit so the kids could get close to it.
The zoo costed a nickel to get in. The can of dog food
You
for the
pelican.
cat. Dog.
Honestly, it didn't cost anything if the zoo guy could just diddle you for a minute. You just got in for free.
I don't even know if it was a zoo. I think it might have just been a guy in the park holding a pelican.
I think it was this dare
Guy's
officer.
house.
We had a neighborhood.
This is my bird.
A neighborhood monkey that we would use. We would go to the.
What?
Yeah, so we had. There was a lady who had a monkey, and like we would just go hang out in her backyard because she would. She was the monkey.
What are you saying, dude?
I grew up in a town of 600.
Oh my god.
601 if you count the monkey.
Actually,
Yeah, it was the monkey part of the
I actually
the
heard
count.
that they messed up the census,
sorry.
and
The monkey messed up the
the
census?
population. Yeah,
What?
the population sign says 900.
That's the title of this episode.
It says 900, but it's including 300 dead people. But they didn't have enough money to replace the sign, so it still says 900.
But the dead people
Plus
kept
one
sending in
monkey.
votes.
And I think it actually says 9/11 if I'm correct.
Cool.
Do they still count the monkey? I just need to know.
Monkey.
Only on good days.
9/11 plus 1 monkey. When the monkey dies, it just says plus 0 monkeys.
There's just a white marker over the one.
Rest in peace.
No monkey.
No monkey.
Can you imagine driving through a town? No monkey.
Welcome to our town. No monkey.
Rest in peace, monkey. Like, huh?
No.
No, the town's literally known for having
Monkey?
like the most drunk
Monkeys?
Mardi Gras parade. Monkey Gras parade. 2 bars in town, and there's like 500 people that go there, and they have a parade, and they just get
501
super
if you're
drunk.
sorry. Drunk monkey.
Including the monkey. Drunky. Drunky monkey.
Today in the
that
news, Drunky kills
Jim.
5 children. They're driving a Prius directly into them.
Anyone outside the Midwest is like, Drunky, and we're like, yeah, you fucking idiot. It's a drunk monkey.
You guys don't know
You don't have one in
Drunky?
your
You
neighborhood?
guys don't have Drunky? not plural.
I thought
We
everybody
just say
grew up with one.
There's only one. It's copyrighted.
Only one Drunky.
Monkey TM. The monkey.
We lost our Drunky.
Monkey trademarked.
It doesn't say TM, it just
It
says
says the
monkey
monkey.
trademark in tinier print.
It sucks.
Anyway,
Only
what
they
were we
were
talking about?
conscious.
I was still talking about the fucking pelican. So the main attraction was this pelican, see?
Are we still on the bill?
And the zoo was all open and happy. And a kid from this town picked up a stone and threw it and killed the pelican.
He didn't even get 2 birds with 1 stone.
That was so quick. We didn't even prepare that. How'd you do that? See, these are the people that need to be comedians, but they don't go on stage, so the people are stuck with, like, me. Anyway, so apparently that kid threw a stone, killed the pelican, and they banned our town from the zoo forever.
Pelican.
So that,
Pelican hot.
he threw a rock at the bird, and what? The bird exploded, or what happened?
Angry Birds.
Just did like a feather.
Slingshot.
No, I can't imagine. I can't imagine how funny it would have been to see, because it literally would have been like bonk, like bonk, like Scooby-Doo sounds. That's literally what happened.
Dude,
the rock.
The bird died. It exploded.
It didn't explode. No. Like it
definitely
bonked it
did.
in the head, and it went, and it died. Like that was how it died.
You were there?
No, but that's what I was told. My sister was there.
Did the pelican tell you that?
Is the pelican in the room with us right now?
Of course, everyone's gonna. They're not gonna tell a child like, oh yeah.
Why is there a hand on his face?
Oh, hi, Ari. That's the mouse.
I couldn't tell if it was in his camera. The
There's
mouse
a small
had-
hand that's going like this.
He had a tiny skeleton. I didn't know if he had a tiny hand as well.
No,
A tiny
That
white
would
gloved
be
hand.
weird. Why would I have a
Mickey?
hand?
that would be weird.
Why would I have a hand? Zoo closed because no one in the town was allowed to go anymore. The pelican.
I don't get
They
any
evict-
nickels anymore.
They evicted George. Without that pelican attraction, he couldn't make his rent.
We bring out one damn bird. And you can't.
That was 20% of the attraction. What are we gonna look at? The ants?
The other 80% was hitting it with the rock.
He placed stones at the edge of the cave.
$5 you could throw a rock at it.
Like it's a carnival game.
It was a dunk tank.
$5 for a ring, $10 for a fucking stone.
And you know what? I don't even know if it was a pelican. It might have been a kid.
The whole story is just changing.
Throwing a rock at a child.
Actually, I think it was me throwing the rock, and I think
And I killed
I think I got hit in the head.
Mm.
I committed murder at the zoo.
Anyways, I'm not allowed back there anymore.
Dude, at our zoo, we went to Brookfield Zoo, and they have a giant monkey house. And when we went as kids, I distinctively remember
Like my
this one.
town?
Shut up.
I distinctively remember going as a kid, and all the kids are like laughing and pointing because one monkey was just shitting into its own hand and throwing it at people.
Doesn't that happen on Drake and Josh? I feel like that happens on Drake and Josh.
Monkeys just do that.
I don't remember. Is that a common monkey
You didn't know that? Yeah.
Not my monkey.
She only had the one. What does she know?
My monkey was nice.
My monkey ate him.
Until he
ahead
ripped
of
the
me,
owner's
dude.
face off. It was crazy.
The thing was drugged. It was just backed out like that.
Do you remember when like people would tell you stories about monkeys just ripping their owner's
Drunky.
faces off?
Yes, because that's happened.
Sorry,
Not
what?
my monkey.
Remember when people made those stories up about their faces getting ripped off by a monkey?
This
That's
misinformation
happened, like,
about
multiple
chimpanzees has
Not with
happened
my
too
monkey.
long.
If
There's
he
like
ain't
a
done it,
famous
nobody's done
911
it.
call of a lady that called in and she had her monkey like rip her face off. That's
Well, she didn't
documented.
have
That's
her
on
monkey
YouTube.
do that, but I mean, the monkey did it.
Yeah, she said, "Come here, do this.
I have a job for you. Actually, I don't like that. I'm gonna
We
call
will
someone.
be famous."
Drunky, come.
Favor.
Just
Holding a
hands.
knife.
Can you imagine handing a knife to a drunkie and saying favor?
To a drunkie. Making it its own species.
And I think we started to tell the story at the beginning. I think we started to tell the story at the beginning and then we
Oh,
moved
that
on.
I was a baby. I didn't sleep.
Not that.
Juliana doesn't sleep.
Yeah, I was going to say the piss test that you had to take.
Let's
we can
talk
cut it
about
out.
you peeing. Go on,
Okay.
we're waiting.
I'll tell part of it.
Well, yeah, you don't
I'll tell
have to.
part of it.
We'll cut out that part
No.
that I just said, yeah.
Um,
Just good news, guys, for just joining us.
I
Story time.
puked for like 3 hours before the test, and then was worried I was going to be
That's
super
not pee.
dehydrated. I know. I'm wrong way I didn't know. I was trying to get prepared. That's why I needed to practice.
What are you, a drunkie?
I'm like, that's
This
not the
isn't
right
piss.
direction. I didn't smoke weed for 3 days, and it made me very nauseous. Also known as withdrawal.
Weed.
So I drank a bunch of water, and then when I get there, I'm super irritated because I haven't eaten, because I obviously was nauseous and was throwing up. I wasn't able to pee because I was nervous. Like, you know when you're like nervous you're not going to be able to pee, so you drink a bunch of water and then you hold it.
Yeah, every
for
time
way
I go
too
to a
long.
urinal and there's someone next to me like pee shy,
Yeah.
I know your pain.
And I was like sitting in the lobby.
Every time Daniel pisses next to me, I can't do it. I get a little nervous.
Just trying to sleep, pissing on my floor.
Yeah. No pull-up?
Please just turn around.
Full pissed pants?
Freshly pissed pants.
Anyway, sorry. Back to the story at hand.
I finally get to go in after like forever, and this lady was like super antisocial and weird and awkward, and I just wanted to pee and get this over with.
I just wanted to pee in her cup.
That's what I told her. For some reason, she was
Can you hold
annoying.
it for me?
Not the cup.
I only things I brought in was my phone, my keys, and my ID. And she looks at my hands and sees my phone, my keys, and my ID and goes, "You're gonna have to leave those here." As if I'd like stuffed fake urine into my phone.
That phone
or
is
my
filled
keys,
with piss.
Or like it fit in my ID somehow.
I piss.
An envelope of piss.
I piss like iPad. Yeah, alright. Anyway.
Wait a minute. Like iPhone?
I didn't get that one. Can you clarify?
I'm a little high. No, I get this fear that I just say annoying things that are stupid, and then if I don't explain what I just said, I'm going to get yelled at. Because that happens.
Who?
Well,
Or that,
maybe if you hadn't said something so stupid.
there I am. Back in high
This
school.
is why your parents are so disappointed in you?
Uncle Leo, what are you doing here? Anyway, what were we talking about? The piss cup.
Yeah. So I went in, she told me I couldn't take my stuff with me, and I put it down, and I was like, whatever. And, like, she didn't even check and make
The
sure there was
keys,
nothing
too.
in my pockets or anything. Like, she was like, no keys.
She made her confiscate her keys because
Yeah.
there could be piss
She made me
in
confiscate
the
my
keys.
own keys. She, like, and, like, they treat you like a criminal when you go in there. Like, they take the soap and look at you like you're on probation.
Take
you're
the
testing.
soap. Wait, what?
They take the soap out of the room and they're like, don't wash your hands, don't turn the faucet on, like, you cannot do anything in there.
And there could be piss
They
in my
cuff
own
you,
soap dispenser.
They cuff you to the toilet seat until
They
you're done.
cuff you?
No. I'm joking.
Where did you go?
She went to prison.
They took my kidney while I was there.
Once again, I woke up in that bathtub.
This time without either of my kidneys. That was going to
Or
be a
my
problem.
bladder.
That was going to be a problem because
How
of
do
my
I pee
raging
if I don't
alcoholism.
have a bladder?
They stole all my pee.
They just took the whole thing.
You just drink. You're like a skeleton. You just drink water, and the water immediately just flows out.
So she told me to pee in
Sorry.
the cup and fill it halfway, and if it wasn't halfway, to let her know because it might still be enough. Which sounded like just say third of a cup. Just say what is enough then. Like just a fourth of a cup.
There's some
third of a
blood
cup.
in here.
Just say something else. And
I could pinch a log off if you want.
That makes it go higher.
It's like ice.
Let me show you. With this turd I
Shaken,
have in
not
my...
stirred. You heard the cup, she's just like...
No. Okay, so you skipped to the
hold
you
on.
skipped ahead. Yeah.
So she drank my piss, right? No. So I set it down on like the little tray that she told me to, and I drank so much water that I filled the cup up like all the way, like pitcher of margaritas.
She's like shaking and it's spilling and she's putting it on the tray.
I did have to
The
clean it up.
wettest hand.
I did have to clean it up. Because I was like, I cannot handle this.
It's like that.
overflowing.
Have you seen that video of the child that gets nervous with a drink and he just ends up dedicating him
I dropped
pouring it all
Mentos
out?
in it anyway.
She just pours the piss out on this tray. Anyway,
I set
sorry.
I sit it on the little shelf that she tells me to, and she walks in and she just picks it up, lifts it up to eye level, like squints at it, dumps half of it out, and then just carries it out of the room. Like just
could've
dumps half of
drank
it into the toilet.
That's what I said. She dumps out half of it and
She
then she
had
just
to like
downs the other half.
eyeball it first, like a full cup. Let me see. Is that a full cup or is that half? I can't tell. Ah, that looks a little more than half. Better drops them out.
Can you drink half of this?
Well, then
Take it back.
The tube
Put it
she
back
gave
in.
me
Put it back
to
in.
like sign, because you have to sign your own urine tube, which is something I've never seen in my life.
Don't mind if I do. This will
And then
get
I
you a
sold
good
it on
dollar
eBay.
someday. When I'm famous for my podcast, you can sell this piss.
P-Bay. Craig's pissed.
Oh, that's good. I don't see. This is why I'm not the funny one, because I can't think of a good follow-up
I'm
after
just
that.
good at puns. That's
Pisses on. Am I right?
Piss Book Marketplace. Doesn't even make sense.
Piss and Noble.
Best piss. That doesn't even make sense.
Whole piss.
Steak and piss.
No, that's probably actually where they're going.
My favorite restaurant.
Steak and Shake got rid of chicken strips. What the?
I'm crying.
Steak and Shake what?
Got rid of chicken strips.
When?
For a little bit. I think they might be back now because I went through a fucking
Oh, so you're
fit
a
about
liar.
it. Yeah.
Well, we knew that already.
I'm a Steak
The
and
whole
Shake
woman
slanderer.
thing. Sorry.
I'm all about that Freddy's propaganda.
Very low tier, like burger places.
Thank
Welcome to Steak
I've
and
never heard
Piss.
anyone else mention Freddy's other than my dad.
We have a Freddy's.
you. We have a bunch of Freddy's around the area.
I don't
We have
remember
them
being...
too, but people just don't go to those.
No, that's the same thing with ours. Because
People
it's
in
expensive,
Edwardsville
isn't it?
got wild about Well,
Did
people
they?
in Edwardsville have money, so...
Well, yeah, that's true.
They're all doctors and lawyers. Like, it's a requirement to live in Edwardsville. You
Oh.
have to be a doctor or a lawyer. You can't talk shit on my city. you
Anyway.
fucking asshole.
Yeah, I can. On the rich people in your titty?
I wasn't even from there.
Yeah,
Your
that's
titty?
why you're poor.
Definitely said city, not
What?
city. That's
What?
I heard too.
I did not say that.
It just
You
sounded like it.
gaslighters, no.
I definitely heard it.
I definitely
I was just
heard
gonna let
it.
it slide because I thought I was the only one that heard it, and I was like, maybe it's just you.
Sorry.
But then when you said
Rich
it,
people in there.
No, I just thought, I don't know. I saw the headline that was like a bunch of like 20 people came forward and were like saying that Jimmy Fallon was terrible to work with or something.
Isn't he
Did
an
you see that?
alcoholic?
As if he wouldn't be awful to work with if he was sober.
Just fake laughing and pointing at you while drinking whiskey. You don't like my presents?
is he an alcoholic?
Apparently, that was what the
Yeah,
article was
he
saying.
got
that
outed
he's a
as
raging
like
alcoholic.
Toxic.
But
I'd be surprised.
let me be honest. If you wrote those jokes, you deserve a bit of abuse. I'll be
Yeah,
honest.
writers. Did
No.
you hear that? Daniel said he thinks that the writers' strike, they deserve that shit. He said, pay him even less. I love the robots.
Oh, I felt so stupid on a work call the other day. I was on with some like older dude, and he was like, "Oh, you got one of those ring lights?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, it was kind of dark in my room, so I just turned it on." He's like, "No, I mean I can see it." And I was like, "Ah."
Do you
all
twerk
right.
with that light?
Do you take pictures
Shake
of your
ass
asshole
in
with
those tight
that?
little jeans. I like you in that denim.
That's why I was hired at this company. For my denim. Yeah, that's the same one she's
Do I
going
need
to
to
be
put
at.
some jeans on?
The boss asks you, the boss asks you to walk in. He just drops a pencil. Pick that up for me. will you?" Daniel's like,
Should have warned her.
He walks behind you, drops the pen behind you, walks back in front of you. Pick it up. Ugh.
he has his flip phone out.
Yeah, it's the same guy.
Over the tanning salon door.
This is scrumptious.
Why were you tanning at work? Don't ask me questions. Anyway, moving on with my
Almost blew me
story.
away.
Pick up the pencil.
I've lost feeling in my jaw. Anyway. Just kidding. No, I just thought
I smoked at the dollar store vape and now I can't move my arms.
it's just kind of. I thought the Jimmy Fallon story was just funny though, because he's like one of the few people that I can't imagine what he would be like actually angry. You know what I mean?
Just
Like
fake laughing.
he's
Dollars
always
Oh, he
been
doesn't
smiling.
fake laugh.
I was the only one that was like, "Oh, that's a fake laugh," and everyone was like, "Yeah." I genuinely couldn't
You
tell.
mean that?
Yeah. The guy will walk in. Oh,
Sorry, I believe people. Fuck me, I guess.
Daniel, it's so
Sorry for
clearly
seeing the best in
obvious.
people.
I genuinely didn't know. I'm
You
sorry.
negative Nelly.
I'm telling jokes at my stand-up. I'm like, well, wait, they weren't laughing? Damn it. This whole time they've been, ha ha ha.
It's a laugh track. Someone's playing.
Get away from me.
There's 60 other people in that little box that he had.
All their voices heard me, right? Those people were there. They were in that.
Dude, I was a stupid little kid. I was just going over this the other day. When I used to watch, my parents used to watch sitcoms on, like, the family television. I thought that the speaker, when you heard, like, a laugh track, I thought you can hear that from everyone's homes as they're watching the same show as you.
That's cute.
So I used to go up to the speaker and, like, scream laugh into it to hear myself. And my parents were always like, what are you doing? Stop.
And then you would just cry.
Ha ha ha! Like they're watching Frasier. It's like a 6-year-old
Andy Griffith.
Ha ha! That's very funny, Barney.
It's very funny about the jaywalking, Barney.
Watching the 9/11 broadcast.
Shut up.
I don't
Why
get
is
it.
no one laughing back?
What's so
This
funny?
is horrible.
Holy fucking shit.
It is so
I don't hear
past
it.
that time.
I wasn't yelling into my TV. I was playing Legos around that time, so I can't really... What else is in here? Oh, there was an old man flashing people in New York. Why did I write that?
Cool. Where can we find him?
Bottom
And
of the
now,
barrel.
introducing
I thought you would think this is funny,
Old
Nick.
Man Leroy. The
He's here
Flasher
right now.
from Broadway.
It was the freakiest, most like... This is how insane adults in America are now. I feel like this article was going into detail. They were like... At
Times
first,
Square Man Bear.
at first you're on the side of the people seeing this, right? They're like, old man in high-rise in New York being naked in his window every day.
Was he wearing high rises or was he naked?
You should have sent it in John Mulaney voice. Just
I
was
don't
it
know.
high-rises or... Anyway.
I have
what
to do
were
a little
you-
more
no.
cocaine to get the voice.
Oh,
Is it too soon?
he's got to
I think he'd giggle at that.
Yeah.
Unless he's on cocaine.
Then
Then
he'd
he only wants to hear
holler
himself
at
talk.
that.
Hey!
That's me you're talking about. No, so...
Only I can do that.
So there's this naked man.
You're not wearing
and
a
he's-
suit.
So there's this naked dude in these high rises, and the article proceeds to go into the person that complained to the police about this wrote down a 3-page line-by-line journal of every time he was naked and logged it. And she's complaining
You
about
haven't done
watching
that?
it, and the old man was like, "Just close your fucking blinds."
God forbid a man have fun.
I'm just saying, don't you think that's
My
weird?
window.
She was like, that man making me look at his dick from 7:49 to 7:53, and then from 8:04 to 8:10, and then from 9:07.
She's got her binoculars out.
Yeah! Isn't that weird?
How long did she log this for?
Like days. She was just staring at his cock for days, writing down the time of
Whole
day.
notebook.
She doesn't even go to work. She's like, I can't come in today. I got some dick
Got
looking.
his penis out.
Penis patrol.
He's got
The
it. They're
dick
like, oh.
detective.
Oh my god. John Oliver talked about Paw Patrol last night and called them a police state.
Everyone ready for Saw Patrol, by the way? Coming up next week. Saw 10 and Paw Patrol. Yeah. They moved the opening date of Saw to match up with it because
Yes,
that
as well
hits
as
so many
Exorcist.
demographics.
Yeah.
Wait, what about the
Is
Exorcist
this
one?
like a new
They
Barbie
moved the
thing?
Exorcist date because of the Eras Tour movie.
Exor Swift.
Oh, that's so good. Damn. I wish I was smart.
He got me through biocalculus.
Speaking of people having strokes, the only person we didn't talk about was Mitch McConnell again. We predicted this was going to happen again,
My
didn't
poor
we?
baby.
He's gonna die, right? He's gonna die on live television, right?
I think
live
he
television.
actually came.
He what?
He didn't say.
He what?
I think his team said that he's taking a step back.
Well, literally.
He just fell. Don't
think he
step
can
back too
move.
far.
Yeah, Mitch is a bit of a... He doesn't... His face. That is exactly the Mitch face. How'd you do that? Damn. You keeping coins in that purse there, Mitch? Anyway. Are you okay?
I was Mitch
She's
McConnell.
yeah, I'm holding Mitch.
I was
yeah.
Mitchin'.
I just think it's... I think even if he
All the
died...
kids are doing it.
Wouldn't that be hilarious if that was a new trend? Can we start that? How does he do it?
You got the eyes correct, dude. I think they have to roll back a little bit more.
We all need to just freeze.
I wanted to ask me about 2026.
He says, hello, my name is Joe Biden.
And this is my wife, Joe Biden.
I love how everyone said that Joe Biden was going to be the great unifer, but it's unifer.
Unifer?
Huh?
They said he was going to be the
I
great...
don't think anyone said that.
Joe probably said that. I'm going to be the great unifer.
Well, now that
My buddy Corn Pop.
No,
People send me that meme now because of you. You realize
You didn't
that?
know
They don't
about
send
that?
it to you. They send it to me.
I got hairy legs.
People said he was going to be like another great unifier because he was a very conservative liberal. And he is, but for the complete opposite reason. Like, everybody just can't fucking stand him. And so now we're all just like, yeah, we hate Joe, so, I mean...
Yeah, did you see the article that came out that was like, Joe Biden was so old that he was like, kind of on the other side of the whole civil rights vote back in the day? Didn't you see that article?
No.
Because he came out and he was like, he was in some interview and like out of nowhere, I guess, he was like, you know this guy, this massive Aryan Confederate dude? I convinced him to vote for desegregation back on the civil rights thing. And everyone was like, what the fuck are you talking about, Joe? So they went back and looked, and not only did he not do that, but he sided with that dude, like at the time, apparently. And someone said that he delivered the eulogy at that guy's funeral. I don't know if that's true. I feel like I wouldn't be able to see that.
Vote for what?
Where's my buddy Corn Pop?
He was really surprised when Obama was president.
Your life's corn pop.
Oh, wow.
Your life's Corn Pop.
I said lie if. Because Joe Biden's old. Corn pop was actually from the 1700s.
Corn Pop is his imaginary friend.
I thought Corn Pop was the cereal. Is that what
Cornelius.
are we talking about?
Cornelius Poppard. My buddy Cornelius.
My buddy Cornelius
Joe,
back in the day, he would
Joe,
set his
what are
crops
you
on fire and they would be popping all over.
I got hairy legs.
Me and Jimmy Pop.
Have you seen the bad lip? So they made a bad lip reading video for the recent election. Everyone else is like messed up shit. They just put in what Joe Biden actually said for his part of the bad lip
What
reading
he meant
video.
to say.
So his parts of the video were literally those, and it was such a smart joke. Let's quick read patron notes. No note from Turntable Troglodyte, who is now Turntable Job Troglodyte. Nice to know
Okay.
they're moving up in the world.
Me too.
Propensity, prostate at pre-state education, elation, ramification, integration, erosion with implosion. All right. Who was this, Eminem? Hints of stints.
That's an awfully hot coffee pot.
Ramification, integration, erosion with implosion. Hints of stints as Clint Eastwood, yeast which would rise a wise ire of fire.
Dude, is he okay? What is this?
I'm pretty sure this is literally word salad, like when people are schizophrenic and they just go on and on and on. I'm so sorry I called you schizophrenic.
No, I'll call him schizophrenic. 9/11 on Channel 7. Dear 11 from Stranger Things. 9 orange grinds minds, gray minds even. Okay, why are you doing this to me?
It's loose word association. That's
I think technically they can tell us to read anything, so we just sound ridiculous. Fast and bulbous, the mascara snake. Crock of shish, crock of Riz. Rizzo, George Foreman got foreskin. Foreman like Vito Spatafor. What a four. Good going, bitches. Catholicism in my hall of exorcisms. I hate it here.
Extra swift.
New note from Zen. I've been listening to this since episode 1, and I absolutely love you guys. A lot has happened in the past year, but this podcast has helped me smile on my worst days. Thank you for all the laughs. Love you all. Heart. May the stinky trinity protect and guide us all. All bless the shitter, the farter, and the squeaky queefer. Their strains of wisdom will be our salvation.
Who's
That's
your
supposed to be
hero?
you guys?
Yeah.
Which
Tag
one's
yourself, I'm
which?
Shitter.
I think I'm definitely the farter.
I was definitely
Amen.
gonna go for the...
Well, Juliana's got to be the shitter, right? Oh no, she's the queefer. My bad. Sorry, there's only one that can be. As I've learned.
That was the joke. Thank you. It took that long to get there.
Because I'm stupid. It's just I'm stupid. Podcast note from Lo. Hey there, I'm a young bean giving my spare money to you guys. Daddy Bean and Olive and a pea. I was the one that scared off an old lady with a smile, for context. I'm a Hispanic dude with black short hair and I'm 5'8". I was working while listening to the podcast and couldn't stop smiling, and I was walking to the back of the store when I almost laughed, but I held it in with a toothy grin, like ear to ear. I didn't know there was an old bitch looking at me, but I couldn't stop smiling. So she thought I was possessed and pretty much started running, and I started wheeze laughing. New note from Metals Man. Here's my note. I know I'm early, but fuck it, here. Well, I didn't see it until now anyway, so your earliness was for naught. My note. Figured you could use a pea recipe. Ingredients. 15 ounces canned... that's good. That's good.
5 gallons of piss.
So you start with 5 gallons of dog shit.
You can find some on Craigslist.
1 5-ounce can of baby peas drained. 1 2-ounce bottle diced pimento peppers drained.
I prefer my peas from adults.
1 5-ounce can sliced... 1 5-ounce can sliced water chestnuts drained. 1 10.5-ounce can of condensed celery soup. Ooh, you don't like that, do you, Nick? Oh, the high really kicked in right now. Half a cup of chopped onion. Yeah, man, I tell you what, my vision's going. You guys are my best friend.
Celery soup for us.
1 10.5-ounce can of condensed cream celery soup. Half cup chopped onion. Half cup shredded cheddar cheese, 2 cups crushed buttery round crackers, half cup margarine, preheat the oven to 375 degrees. Oh, this is actually a real recipe, thanks. Step 2, in a medium bowl, mix peas...
And it makes mustard gas.
Sorry, I took a breath because my heart's kind of racing a bit. I don't know. In a medium bowl, mix peas, pimentos, water chestnuts, condensed soup, and onion together.
Clean as you eat.
It's powdered soap.
Pour into a half-quart casserole dish and top with shredded cheese. Man, words are getting hard here. In a separate bowl, mix together cracker crumbs and margarine, sprinkle evenly over cheese. And step 3, bake 30 to 40 minutes in the preheated oven until brown and bubbly. Podcast note, is there going to be another spooky season episode? And how can I get onto the podcast for it? Because it's spooky and I'm a spooky person. Have a good day and hope your bones shatter. Too late.
I have RA. Why would you say that?
Yeah, no, we do. We need to have that conspiracy theory episode in October, right? I'm so sad. A haunted house reached out to me in St. Louis.
McPike?
No, and they said, "Hey, you want to come by the old scary house?" Oh man, that had a
Hold on.
And they said, "Hey, you want to come by our haunted house?"
This is actually just a pedophile.
With your camera? Yeah.
You want to see my house, a horse?
This is Alli. She's just baiting me this whole time. But they were like, "You want to come to the haunted house and like film and post about it? And like you can be behind the scenes and meet the performers." And I was like, "Oh, that would be sick." Never read my message or answered back after that.
It was a ghost.
Follow up, dude. Follow up.
A ghost.
Come check me out at that house. Okay.
It doesn't exist.
McPike Mansion is like one of the only real haunted houses around the area.
Well, I'm not going there. Of course it's in Alton.
There's some horrible stories about it. I drive by it all the time.
Wait,
I'm pretty sure a lot of people got killed, and it's like Ghostbusters, Ghost Hunters went there.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, Bill Murray was there.
Dan Aykroyd.
Man, Alton, I hate it here. Alton.
That's
my Bill Murray impression, everybody.
Who was
apparently
that?
The family
Bill Murray! That's Bill Murray!
It does not sound like Bill Murray.
Yeah, it does. Talks like that. Alton. Yeah, it has to. Come on. Yes, it does.
I love Bill Murray. That is not... That does not sound like Bill Murray, dude.
We'll let the audience decide.
Not my Bill Murray.
That's what we titled the episode. Does this sound like Bill Murray? We don't tell them what minute it's at. They have to listen to the whole fucking thing.
Also, we're giving away a Xbox.
Bill Murray.
Xbox. That's...
To whoever
It's getting
does
worse.
the best Bill Murray voice.
You guys make such good
And Daniel's
puns.
like,
I wish I
"It's
was good
me."
at puns. Thank you, Alli, for being on this episode. I appreciate it. Thanks, Nick, for, thanks everybody, honestly, for just dealing with me. How is it not so fucking annoying? Why does
You
everybody
have
hate me?
pals. Get over it.
No, I don't.
Yes.
Okay.
You guys
All
are
right.
just here for
What are we?
my inheritance.
This is true. No,
I'm like, no, you
I
said
can't
that
even
to
make
me,
that
Nick.
joke because now you're gonna think about that like late at night. Like, was she
Yeah.
kidding? Yes, I'm kidding.
Oh, okay. I will pay money if people need money. Alli needs to go to bed. Oh, hey, Nick, I was re-listening to old episodes for bits
No,
for my
bye.
stand-up.